Our emotions influence the expression of our actions. Simply put, how we feel changes the way we perform a task. Put a plank on the ground and then walk across it.
Easy peasy. Why you tease me?
Elevate the same plank between two high rises and the fear will change how you walk across that plank. It's the same plank. Nothing's changed in the performance of the task. But how you feel about it, in this case, fear, changes how you cross the plank. It inhibits you. You may still do it, but you don't move smooth. Now, picture the same suspended plank, but your child's on the other side in perilous danger. The emotion to protect them would change the way you get across that plank.
I've got 2 more kids.
Okay, what about if it was your mortal enemy who was on the other side of the plank? Would that change how you cross it?
I'd break the world record getting across that plank. Plank or no plank.
Or a long-lost loved one? Or the most beautiful person in the world? Or a chest of gold? All these emotions would change how you'd cross the plank. And what about if you didn't feel emotion at all, or you were able to control it?
Put the jumps, put the jumps!
So all that being said, what's the best emotional state to be in to sprint?
Preach! Testify!
The 100 meters race is interesting. It has as much to do with the way you think as it does with how fast you are. In fact, how fast you are is only relevant in determining where you come in the race, not how well you've run. And contrary to popular belief, your final position in the race is not a factor that you overtly control. There may just be people out there that run faster than you currently.
No one faster than me.
But how you think when you race, that's wholly within your control. Here's a common problem that I see from athletes. They're timid at the start and they're too filled with anxiety once they get going. One way to think about the 100 meters is that it's dealing with pain followed by feeling supreme confidence.
Dealing followed by feeling.
The start is explosive. You're blasting your body out from the blocks and running for your life. You're attacking the ground and hitting it with as much force as you can muster. This is like a boxing match. With your feet, it's an act of aggression and you're going for the quick knockout. You can take all of the slights, all of the bad experiences, all the naysayers and the shots at you, all the passive-aggressive comments and the insults intended to wound, bundle up all that pain and hurt together and focus on it until there's an overwhelming force inside of you. You're close to tears, and then go to the start line. That emotional state will serve you well in the beginning of the race. If you don't have a raft of those experiences, then lucky you. You've led a charmed life. But you may find that you don't have the killer instinct to destroy the track in the first 20 to 30 meters, catapulting you into a devastating lead. You'll just have to be blessed with lightning fast feet, a lithe body, and rely on your physical skills. But psychologically, this is the id. It's instinctive, primal, and unfettered. Maybe a way to tell this is that involuntary jerking in the blocks when you're in set. The id engages in primary process thinking, which is primitive, illogical, irrational, and fantasy orientated. This form of process thinking has no comprehension of objective reality and is selfish and wishful in nature. You're controlling an impulse to blast out the blocks. The only thing holding back the false start is the superego, the moral imperative not to false start. But once you've released all that pain onto the track, you need to transition your mind. The transition phase isn't just a physical change of position, it's a mental and emotional one too. I noticed that a lot of athletes talk about being stiff and losing their position at top speed. It's a feeling of hitting a limiter, being stuck in third gear when you know there's more to access. It's a feeling of tightening up at the end of the race. Coaches love to treat that with a very special tonic. A statement so simple in its purity that it's unquestionable and unquestioned. And the delivery system for this tonic must contradict the message for maximum effect. Scream this word at the top of your lungs with aggression.
Relax!
But I think that tightness comes down to another psychological issue. I keep saying, well, I've said it probably once in another video, that sprinting isn't just about running faster. Track and field lives in and shows up in everything that we do and everything we think. It's in how we treat people and ourselves. Pick your event and then find out who you really are psychologically.
Kung Fu lives in everything we do, Xiao Zui. It lives in how we put on the jacket, how we take off the jacket. It lives in how we treat people. Everything is Kung Fu.
Yeah, he took that from me. Not bitter though. People approach top speed. The herky-jerky, strained, staccato style of running, I think, is actually driven by anxiety. Anxiety. They aren't supremely confident and happy in their own ability. This means that rather than being free in their minds to flow and just know that they're in pure, perfect flight, capable of effortlessly flying away, they're in anxiety, worried about the outcome and trying to mentally control their movements. They're worried about being overtaken, worried about not reaching the front, worried that they don't feel good or look good, or just worried. Anxiety makes sprinting look clunky, makes it feel spasmodic, like they've turned the strobe light on when they've hit top speed. Anxiety is low self-confidence, a lack of belief in your own supreme ability, and it shows up when you hit top speed. You can do all the drills and plyos and technique runs in the world, but it won't solve the problem, because the problem is in your mind. Anxiety is a low-level, useless tension in sport. Hurt and pain, anger, is a high-level, useful tension for strength and power movements. Anxiety blocks the natural flow because it involves doubt, second-guessing, lack of confidence and lack of belief. This means that the conscious mind is inserting itself into a smooth flowing process. The conscious mind simply is not able to think fast enough though. It can't match the speed of the automatic impulses that are responsible for the fast speeds. It's almost like your brain's a nagging backseat driver. If you could just be allowed to drive freely, you'd be fine. But your brain is second guessing and it's interrupting. And when I say brain, perhaps I mean superego. The superego is the critical voice to the self. It's the moralizing judgment system. The superego's function is to control the id's impulses, especially those which society forbids, such as sex and aggression. It also has the function of persuading the ego to turn to moralistic goals rather than simply realistic ones, and to strive for perfection. I think that the lack of flow at top speed, though, is a strive for perfection. When we talk moralistic goals, it doesn't have to just be save the children or UNICEF. It can be any should or ought statement. Like, this should feel faster, or I ought to be leading the pack, or I should be able to overtake this person. You might recognize yourself as an anxious person in your life. If so, it's going to turn up at top speed. Top speed's not about fighting. It's not about tension. It's about flowing, about being relaxed, about being happy and confident that you're doing your best, and your best is good enough. The trick is to separate the idea that your best is good enough to win the race, though, which it may not be and is outside your control. And your best is good enough for you to be happy with. Here's a sprinter's poem. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and stop their chaos infecting you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you and leave no room for self-doubting too, if you can wait in set and not be tired by waiting, or being false started, don't deal in false starts, or being hated, channel their hating, because fuel is fuel, and that's just smart. If you can dream and use your dreams to make you faster, if you can train and not make that your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and learn from both those teachers just the same, if you can fill the unforgiving 100 with 10 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the race and everyone that's in it, and, which is more, you'll be a sprinter, son. So, master the transition of emotions from anger to acceptance to find freedom. Probably useful in life too. I hope this helps. You know the drill. Bust me a thumbs up, because I've got about 50 videos to upload and YouTube stops me putting them out on this site unless I get enough likes. And also, let me tell you something.
Bustin' makes me feel good.
And a question. What emotion did you have when you ran your fastest time?
Nothing much, just a megalomaniacal desire for utter world domination. Turret shots, turret shots!
Well, have your say in the comments, babe. And if you like my vibe, please subscribe.